Hi, I'm James, I'm a foot and ankle specialist, and today I'm going to talk you through the key differences in the New Balance 860 v14 versus the 13. So they've made some major upgrades to the stability and the cushioning alongside the fit in this model, and I'm going to break down how that feels underfoot and how that affects the performance of the shoe. So one of the first key changes of the shoe is they've got 38mm of cushioning in the rear foot, 30mm of cushioning in the forefoot, giving you an 8mm drop rather than the previous shoe which had 35mm in the rear foot, 25 in the forefoot, giving you a 10mm drop. Now they've come in at the same weight, so they've been able to add some extra cushioning, a reduced stacked height without altering the weight. They've also completely upgraded the stability elements of the shoe. So as you can see, you've got a harder, firmer sole underneath the base of the heel, and then there's a plastic clip in between, and then there's a softer, spongier cushioning of the Fresh Foam X cushioning underneath the heel. So you can see that it's taller, and then it becomes narrower all the way up to the forefoot, but it still stays there all the way up until the big toe. So it's one of the only shoes on the market with a medial wedge in the shoe, and that means that it tilts your ankle and your foot slightly outwards, and this is what we typically do with an orthotic or a custom orthotic to alter where the force goes through your foot. So it's a major change in this shoe, and it can be really beneficial for those of you who need extra support for conditions like plantar fasciitis, posterior tibial tendinitis, as it really supports that ankle and that medial arch of the foot. However, it can cause problems with people who have issues with lateral ankle sprains or instability in their ankle. If you think it turns your ankles outwards slightly, then it can place extra stress on those lateral ligaments. So if you have a history of instability, you may not get on with this shoe. Everybody's different, every foot varies, but it's just something to keep in mind. Then, as you can see, as it moves up towards the forefoot, you get more softer cushioning and less firm cushioning. So by having the extra soft cushioning and a reduced drop, it's more favorable for conditions like Morton's neuroma and metatarsalgia. And when it's coupled with having a really broad forefoot, then it means it doesn't squash the toes, and it's a really comfortable fit overall. They've made some extra added elements of stability, so they've got big sidewalls on the inside and on the outside of the heel. They come up, help to cradle the heel, stop it moving or sliding from side to side on top of the shoe. That's coupled with moderate stability in the heel counter, so that keeps your heel nice and stable in the shoe. And they've also altered the midfoot of the shoe, so it doesn't narrow as much as what you get in the v13, so it stays nice and broad with some nice sole flare, and that's where the sole comes out wider than when your foot sits in the shoe. All of these factors increase your contact with the ground and therefore increase your stability. So you've got this medial wedge and medial arch support under the foot, sidewalls, heel counter, sole flare, and a wide base of support to really give you that maximum stability in the shoe. On top, you've got a plush upper mesh, you've got a padded and gusseted tongue so it doesn't slip from side to side, you've got mild to moderate amounts of padding around the heel counter, so it's a really comfortable, luxurious shoe. Now, where would you use this shoe? It's perfect for standing all day, perfect for walking all day. It has decent traction underneath. You can see it's got some pods which help give you some grip, so good on wet conditions, but I would stick to gravel, concrete, tarmac, probably not so good on easy to moderate trails. Then in terms of running, it's definitely a cruiser. It's a shoe that you'd use for slow runs, recovery runs, because it's got that extra bit of weight coming in just under 300 grams in a men's size 9 US. It's not something that you would use for up-tempo or fartlek work, but if you're looking for maximum stability, really soft cushioning, really comfortable with a medial wedge, then this is the perfect shoe for you. If you got any questions on these shoes or the difference between the two shoes, please leave in the comment section below. We've got links to both shoes in the description. If you purchase through that, we earn commission, which helps support the channel. If you don't, just liking the video, sharing the video, or subscribing to the channel makes a big difference. Thank you very much for watching.